Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 8 races at Belmont on Saturday after Wednesday's Marathon 11 race card. Let's have a look at the likely conditions. We're expecting some showers in Perth around 18 degrees Celsius. The track, however, to stay in the good 4 range and the rail to be in the 5 metre position. Race number 1 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 12:34. It's the Salinger Plate over 1,300 metres for the 2-year-olds. The replay horse going to look at the last start win of Angelic Ruler.
Euphonious, Alcina third down on the rail. Here comes Regal Council, and further back in the field is Angelic Ruler by the 250, and Nemiroff giving back as a great sight, responds and kicks away. Regal Council down the outside at the 150. Nemiroff, Regal Council. Here comes Angelic Ruler right over the top of them. Angelic Ruler on the extreme outside reached the lead.
That was a very good performance by Angelic Ruler. She's clearly got something to learn. She's still a little bit green, but that was a very good effort. I think it might actually be the best one in the form book. I think she'll be suited by the step up to 1,300 metres. She gets a good gate here, and she's previously beaten the top one, Kelly's Callisto. So she goes on top from number 3, Regal Council, who gets the visors for the first time on Saturday. I'm hoping the visors may turn this horse around. He's been pretty good in his last 3 starts, placing 3rd, including behind Angelic Ruler in the replay race. I'm going that form reference as being the strongest here. Number 2, the Velvet King, was very impressive in winning by a gap on his debut performance at Belmont Park. Looking at the sectionals that race, it was a really good ride by Mitchell Pateman. He gave the horse a mid-race breather, just querying the strength of that form. Horses behind it haven't done too much, and the time was okay, not sensational. And then number 1, Kelly's Callisto, the weight's going to be a bit of an issue for this horse. Really, really tough. Also a little bit concerned about stepping back to 1,300 metres from 1,400 metres, and previously beaten by my top selection. Race number 1, I'm going to go with number 7, Angelic Ruler, to beat 3, Regal Council, 2, the Velvet King, and 1, Kelly's Callisto. Race number 2 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 1:14. It's the Tap Touch Handicap over 1,000 metres. The replay horse can look at the top one, I Am Incredible, finishing 4th 7 days ago.
370 and undisclosed, given a bit of rain. Races 2 in front. Ambiente for Warwick, driving up on the inside now and about to quickly get around the heels of the leader. Floyd battling, and then I Am Incredible at the 150 though, and Ambiente, the hot pot, rushes to the lead now. Floyd down the outside in pursuit, but it's another one for Ambiente. Ambiente scored by 3 quarters.
Found this a very difficult race to assess. I'm going to go with the top one, number 1, I Am Incredible. I think the form references behind Super Maxi and Ambient enough to win this race. Drops in grade. This is its easiest assignment since September of last year. Has over-raced in each of its 3 runs this preparation. I'm hoping the change of jockey and a claim as well. Jordan Turner claiming 1.5. He won't be able to claim that for very much longer. I think in a difficult race, number 1, I Am Incredible, is the best bet. From number 3, Snow Blossom, I think this horse will improve over distance and will improve as she gets into a campaign, but there is big wraps on her. She ran some incredible sectionals on her home track at Bunbury last preparation, and she wasn't too bad when she came to town and finished 2nd on Valentine's Day. Number 9, Zynite, I think, can run a cheeky race on the speed, yet to win on a Saturday, but this isn't the hardest of the races, and a decent gate this time instead of the outside barrier last start. And then number 4, Deep Cover, 1-2 start to go, and was behind Misty Metal, but ahead of Zynite last start. My top selection in race number 2, going to go with number 1, I Am Incredible, to beat 3, Snow Blossom, 9, Zynite, and 4, Deep Cover. Race number 3 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 1:54. It's a new feature race. It's called the Swan River Vase, over 2,200 metres. It's intended to suit those horses coming out of the Strickland Stakes 2 weeks ago. One of those horses is the replay horse. It's Gatting, who finished 3rd in the Group 3.
Keeps on coming, down on the inside, Shintamani, Dark Alert, followed by Push and Shapes, and Punamu called upon. Material Man races up at the 200, join Gatting, Falcon Crest, 1.5 lengths away, Punamu. Warwick draws the whip, Material Man in front, Punamu down the outside, charging, Material Man in front, Punamu coming, Material Man clinging on desperately, mighty win.
Gatting does not have to worry about Punamu or Material Man in the Swan River Vase. They've gone to the paddock. They're going to be looking at bigger and better things in the spring. He hasn't lost to any of his rivals in this race in a race beyond 1,800 metres, and this race of course is over 2,200 or 11 furlongs in the old. I think he's the one to beat here. If there's a genuine tempo in the race, I think he'll be the strongest at the end, and he goes on top. Number 4, At the Ready's really deep into its preparation. Looked like a PBF at last start, but the slow tempo of the Strickland Stakes means that At the Ready may well have been flattered by his proximity to those really good gallopers at the top. He was beaten more than 4 lengths by Gatting in the Derby, but if the tempo's not great in this race, he certainly is a threat because he finishes off really well. Number 2, Falcon Crest. I think he's probably suited over a little bit shorter than this. He's also met Gatting 5 times and only won 1 of them. And then number 6, Dude Man Bro. He's really honest, this horse. Probably wants 3,200 metres rather than 2,200 metres, although his last win was over this trip in much weaker company. My top selection in race number 3, going to go into bat for number 1, Gatting, to beat 4, At the Ready, 2, Falcon Crest, and 6, Dude Man Bro. Race number 4 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 2:33. It is the Grant Thornton Handicap over 1,200 metres. The replay horse can look at Seeker winning a 72 plus affair last start.
Side of him getting into open space, and Final Saluted headed the remainder inside the 300 Helms Gate, tackled by Pinson. A run now for Abdicator. Seeker starts to close in as well at the 150. It's Seeker racing up on the outside, got the head in front. Seeker, Pinson, Abdicator, Helms Gate battling, but Seeker, it's Seeker too strong, wins it a half a length.
Seeker goes up in class and down in weight. It was a good performance last start. It was his first win beyond 1,000 metres. I think he's suited to around 12 or 1,300 metres, and he maps is getting a really good run here from Barrier 2 under Jason Whiting. The Fish rode him last start when he won, beating Abdicator. That was 2 weeks ago. Goes on top here from number 4, Max Almighty, was also in the replay race. Emma Stent rode him that day. Patrick Carberry jumps on board here. He hasn't ridden this horse in any of its last 5 starts. He's not the easiest of rides, it seems, Max Almighty. Needs a little bit of luck in the straight. He's in decent form, and hoping with the senior jockey going on board, he may well run another big race. Number 1, Rebel King, is probably the class galloper here, but I am concerned about the weight. He'll carry 60.5 kilos after the claim. Has carried that type of weight to win before, but it was as a 2-year-old. The last time he carried more than 60 kilos was in the Batavia up at Geraldton in 2017, and he finished 8th. And then number 2, It's It, maps as the leader here, will probably be a sight for quite some time. My top selection in race number 4, going to go with number 7, Seeker, to beat 4, Max Almighty, 1, Rebel King, and 2, It's It.